Hi everybody. So I'm going to go over work samples. They've changed a little bit this year if you're a returning family. So yeah, here we go. So for work samples, what I'd like to do this year is ask for specific samples, meaning instead of just having you pick anything from science and anything from social studies and anything from reading, I'd like to pick specific samples because then we're on the same page as far as what is needed. Now, if you're a returning family or you don't understand these directions or you'd like to submit something else, talk to me about it and we can figure something out or figure it out. But this is kind of where I'm heading. So for math, this is the exact math lesson that I'd like. I made up a name. Jolly Green Giant. So let's say this child's name is legally Jolly Green Giant, but they go by Jol. I need Jolly Green Giant. The full name, whatever you gave Kava legally, needs to be on both sides of each page. So please do not send me a screenshot with 2 pages in it like this. Each page, so this is one page and this is the back, take 2 pictures. Don't put them on one page like this because then I have to cut it and it becomes a lot more work. So if you can please take 1 picture of each, that'd be great. And then label them so you'll see the full legal name, the date it was completed in the online school or the OLS, the unit, the lesson, and then page 1 of 2. Why page 1 of 2? Because this is the front page, page 1, and this is the back page, page 2. So again, this is the same exact sample that I'd like, and this is the information. So all you would have to do is take your child's worksheet and label it just like this, except for no Jolly Green Giant. You put their name, and then you could put, if they did it today, which is September 8th, 2021, then you could put that, and then it is Unit 1, Lesson 12, and then the page number, okay? The next thing I'd like you to submit for reading ELA, okay, this is from Literature and Comprehension, so you don't have to write Literature and Comprehension because it says it right there. And this one has not been completed, so your child's would be completed. Again, Jolly Green Giant, full legal name, the date, and this is the date that you will be completing this, 9/9/2021, Unit 2, Lesson 3. This is only 1 page, so you don't need to put page 1 of 1 or page 1 of 2 or anything like that. The other thing is you can submit these through text message or email or file share. Just make sure it's very clear. If it's too blurry or there's a lot of stuff in the background or there's a child or a pet or something, I can't use it, and then I'm going to have to ask for another one. Now, let's say you don't get to this one until 9/10, and in the online school, it's 9/10. Well, then put 9/10/2021. That's absolutely fine to do. For social studies or history, okay, again, name, Jolly Green Giant. Now notice I made this picture real quick because they had to complete a picture for celebrating 4th of July or Thanksgiving. Now, if your family does not celebrate either of those holidays, you can pick any other holiday that you do celebrate, or if you don't celebrate any holidays, just show me a nice day that you had, and we'll count it towards this. And then what you do, again, full legal name, the unit, which this is going to be Unit 1, Lesson 4. It's social studies. Please write social studies on it because, in all honesty, with kindergarten work, this could be a math worksheet, or this looks like it could be math. It could be reading. It could be science, you know. So please write social studies. And then the date it's going to be completed is on September 13th, 2021. So I know that's next week, and I know samples are due the 17th. If you have an issue, getting it done by the 17th, this is our first time submitting samples. I'm not going to be super rigid about the date because it's our first time. If it's later in the year, I'm going to be a little bit like, come on, guys, we've done this. But, and it's going to be the same way every time. So I won't show you a how-to video every time, but I will tell you which lessons I would like. But again, if you have a different circumstance, you want to submit something else, just talk to me and we'll figure something out. So far, just to kind of recap, there's our math, one reading, one social studies or history, and then the last one I need is science. Now, it says science here in the corner, so you don't have to write science. Again, Jolly Green Giant, full legal name, 9/2/2021. So you did complete this last week. If this is something you threw away, you don't have anymore, then just find the next science sample and label it according to the OLS. So, whatever the next sample is that you have, that's fine. Like I said, this is my preference, but if I get other samples, I'm going to make them work. Unit 1, Lesson 3. And again, this has not been completed, so make sure it has been completed by your child before sending it. And then again, through text message, email, or file share. I don't need any art, music, or world language samples. Please do not send them. If there's something really amazing you want to show me that your child did, I am all for it. Please show me that. But you really don't need to submit these samples, and it takes more time and effort, and you don't need to do that. So I get actually the art, the music, and the world language samples a different way. So, all right. So then the rest of this the rest of this PowerPoint is just more showing you kind of examples. So when you're on the student side of things, it has like 1.12. The first number is the unit number, the second number is the lesson number, and then it has the title. So if you ever can't find, like let's say you go into the hardcover book or the workbook and you're not sure, you can always look at the title. See, for example, this is ABCC and ABC patterns. Well, and this is the learning coach side. It used to also be the student side, but it says the title at the top. So when you do go to sort by size and the worksheet for sort by size, it should say sort by size at the top. Again, same things. See how nice and clear these are? This is what we want. And then you can put a grade. So if you want to put 100%, 10 out of 10, if you want to put a cute little sticker, it's really up to you how you do it. And again, please don't put 2 pages on 1 page. 1 page, 1 picture, or 1 page, 1 scan. Another example of a language arts. And this one is literature and comprehension. History, and every year I do have a parent ask, well, that's just coloring. Well, in kindergarten, coloring is, a lesson. Notice there's no name on here. Please, please, please put names, legal names. And then the history, it says history. You don't have to write history because this is a history lesson. Unit 3, Lesson 4. And then you don't have to put the title. The title is actually right there. But see how nice and clear it is. Science, same thing. If you do scan your samples, make sure that they are dry. I've had a couple families run their printers that way. When I used to get samples in the mail, sometimes they'd be stuck. So just, if you do anything with glue, just make sure it's, it's dry. And then if you're like, you know what, we really don't want to turn in one of those worksheets, that's fine. But then please, please, please label it accordingly. So see this science sample? It says so this is an old sample, as you can tell. The student name has been removed for privacy, but there would be a student name, 9/26/17, so a date that's in the OLS. I would say this is science because we're not sure what this is. Maybe this is math. I mean, it looks sciencey, but it's not always obvious. Unit number, lesson, okay, from the OLS. You can write the title, you don't have to, and then a grade. And then see how nice and clear it is as well. Some tips, again, the same stuff that I just told you. Just make sure it's a good sample so then I don't have to ask again. If you're not sure, if you want to send me a sample and you want to see if it's okay, you can totally do that. But you can always send samples and I'll send an email. I always send an email back saying, oh, great, thanks, wonderful, something like that. If you don't get an email back from me, please email me back because sometimes these emails, I don't know what happens to them. It's always okay to double email. I rather make sure that you sent it than not. And then here are the due dates again. The first due date is September 17th. Again, I'm not going to be super rigid about it because I understand it's our first time. Even October 8th, I mean, I don't want to encourage turning in things late because, we want to make sure we're on time. But at the same time, we're learning and I understand that. So, but these are all the dates and June gets a little fuzzy sometimes. So I'll let you know that date closer to May. Okay. And then, yeah, it has to be digital this year, has to be labeled. I do have to send it back to you if it's not labeled. So please label it. Don't send me work for January in October. I know that sounds funny to say that, but sometimes people, they'll complete work ahead of time. Please do not do that. You will run out of work at the end of the school year. And unless there's been another arrangement made, please, yeah, just follow the dates. So. And PE logs are different. PE logs you'll be submitting through the surveys. I sent the survey links out. I can send them again and will send them again through the newsletter. So just look out for those as we come along. And that's it. All right. Happy work sampling. Bye, guys.